The pandemic will be over, hopefully soon, and you will be planning your holidays again. And if by any chance Iran is your destination, this video will be helpful. Hello everybody and welcome. If you're new here, my name is Narges, or Nars if you will, and here in this channel you can find videos about Iran, Persian language and myself as an Iranian. With all that said, let's see what you should never do in Iran or my list of Iranian don'ts. 1. Don't blow your nose in public. It's considered rude and gross over here. Do Iranians do that? Some yes, even without a tissue, onto the street. But anybody who's unlucky enough to witness that scene would absolutely hate that person. But don't get me wrong, in my previous job at Abbasi hotel here in Esfahan, I would see many foreign tourists do this, but I wouldn't react because I knew that it was because they didn't know it's considered poor manners over here. 2. Don't show any physical affection towards your partner in public, especially if you're homosexual. The whole subject of physical affection towards one's partner or even a spouse is a bit of a taboo over here. Things are changing a bit. For example, holding hands is much more common nowadays, but that's pretty much it. 3. Don't ever say the Arabian Gulf, say the Persian Gulf, because A. Historically speaking, there's always been some level of animosity between Iranians and Arabs. Why? Well, the Arab invasion of the Persian Empire around 651 could be a reason. And B, it is the Persian Gulf, not the Arabian Gulf. Arabian Gulf is a term that came into usage only in the 60s due to some Arab nationalistic feelings in the Arab countries of the region. To read more about this, go to the description box where I link to an article by The Guardian on this subject. 4. Don't give the thumbs up. This, my friends, which you will kindly give my video down below, is the Persian equivalent of course, because of the widespread use of the like button in social media, attitudes towards this are changing a bit, but it's still very rare here to see someone give the thumbs up in person. But what about the thumbs down? Actually, there's no specific meaning attached to that, but in my opinion, avoid that too, because that would be sort of awkward. 5. Don't shake hands with the members of the opposite sex. Lots of Iranians are becoming less and less religious nowadays, but you'd better not shake hands with the members of the opposite sex unless they try to shake your hand. 6. Don't flush your toilet paper. Guys, TPs over here are not flushable, and if you throw them into the toilet or flush them down, there will be a good chance of an ugly clog. Instead, dispose them in the rubbish bin that is hopefully provided there. 7. Don't talk politics, and especially don't insult the Iranian supreme leader, as there will be dreaded punishments for this. So in my opinion, even when an Iranian tries to talk to you about politics, just say something like, I'm not interested in politics in general. 8. Don't use the pre-revolution Iranian flag. If you're kind and considerate enough to use a chest pin or a pinback button with an Iranian flag on it, make sure that it's not the pre-revolution one. After the revolution, that flag was changed to this one, which pro-regime Iranian people feel very strongly about. However, if you use the current flag, you're bound to annoy some other people as well, but that wouldn't be nearly as dangerous. 9. Don't burp out loud in public. This applies to people from some cultures only. In my previous job, as I said, I would see some people do this, and of course I didn't react, but it did feel somewhat gross and boorish to me. And 10. Don't violate the dress code. As you probably know, women are required to wear a headscarf over here, which you can see how to in one of my previous videos in one of the top corners. And also avoid clothes that are too tight or too short. Regulations for men are not as strict, but try to avoid shorts or tank tops or wife beaters, Americans. That's sort of an interesting word. For example, if I wear a tank top, would that be considered a husband beater or still a wife beater? In any foreign country, there might be rules or traditions that we would find awkward or annoying. But in my opinion, getting to know a new country and its people would be worth it. Just make sure to read a bit about your destination before you pack. I hope you all have nice and memorable trips after the pandemic. Thank you for watching, take care, and goodbye till my next video.